How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle Rowlett, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. It is really late when I'm recording this, but whenever you guys wake up, you'll be seeing this video because I'll be posting it then. Nonetheless, sit back, relax. We got a massive video today, guys. We got news, we got leaks, we got rumors, we got riddles, we got everything in this video. So sit back, relax. I'm gonna go through everything. So that's more or less that, ladies and gents. Now, let's get started with today's video. Also, shout out to my girlfriend, Yolene. I love her. Just a random little side note. Either way, what are we talking about today? Well, first things first, we have some info coming to us from specifically Ash and Serena, telling us that, one, Dialga and Palkia, the space-time abnormalities. There is an episode already coming to the Pokemon anime, Pokemon Journeys, already has episodes that are going to be about Dialga and Palkia and Generation 4 and Sinnoh, which means the anime is already getting to that point where they're going to use that. So, they're going to deceive space-time, Dialga and Palkia, the decisive space-time battle, special winter episode. And then, number 2, trial mission, the Deep Sea Diver Research Team. Go trial mission is to get Kingdra. Number 3, Eevee Must Glacial. And number 4, Diamond and Pearl release date soon. And that's what it says in this, like, Coro leak right here. And more or less, that's it, ladies and gents. We've essentially, they're already moving to the Diamond and Pearl era of the anime already and already hinting the episodes for it, which is just insane to me. Even here, it's mentioned by none else than our boy himself here, Raph, that Dawn and Cynthia return for the Annie Pokey Winter Special Episode Challenge. So apparently, yeah, Dawn and Cynthia are going to be returning to the anime as well. Ladies and gents, they're already pushing the Gen 4 stuff. It's going to be coming out already this soon. It's kind of crazy, okay? Because it means that, ladies and gents, I'm going to be very confidently saying this. I think in 2022, next year, we kind of need, I think we literally need the release of the next gen, or they might be in trouble for all things Pokemon related. They just might be a bit in trouble, to say the least, okay? So that's the first thing we're going to talk about. Next is this right here. Diamond and Pearl teams for gym leaders, at least mostly confirmed, because there is this kind of Italian little mini trailer that popped up showing this guy called Alex from 2007 playing Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, and then jumping into the future when he's older, playing the game, and in 2021, Alex is playing it again. And we can see some gameplay from the early routes. I think the route right here, I could be wrong what part of the game this is. Part of me is trying to say, like, right before you take on, like, no, the ghost type gym, which Phantasma, whatever her name is, I can't remember the name. Sorry, I'm horrible at gym leader names. I'm just horrible at names in general, as you may have noticed. But yeah, they shows off a little bit of gameplay here, showing off the character with blonde hair, which is definitely something interesting to see, I guess. Showing off some gameplay by Snowpoint. I think this is the little house you can go to heal yourself on the route, as far as I can recall. But for the most part, yeah, it's just showing off some gameplay we've already seen, showing off, you know, just characters, Snova, etc. And yeah, showing off once again our boy, our boy Cyrus, who, if you guys have seen the memes, looks hilarious. But that was the first thing we had to talk about. Next, let's move to the more interesting topic, which is the rumors. Now, what is one of the rumors I've received? One rumor that was sent to me by one of our boys, one of our lads, okay? And it, of course, comes to us from Steelix, who shared some stuff with us, and I thought we'd take a look at it. So, first thing is this right here. It's about Junichi Masuda. Masuda tweeted this out, saying that it's a nice weather today. Let's do our best in the afternoon. And little Pikachu plushie, which, of course, is him just saying, like, hey, could this possibly be, you know, referring to him, like, you know, more or less just saying that, oh, we're going to be getting some form of Pokemon, you know, information and stuff based on this. I don't really know. We'll have to wait and see if that is going to be the case. But that's not all we had to talk about, though. There's been a bunch of stuff coming to us from Riddler Koo, who's been just posting a bunch of riddles and stuff, just a bunch of things like that, and tons of other rumors as well that I think we just think is worthwhile taking a look at. So yeah, let's just get into them, shall we, right away. So first one is this one, I think right here. Let's take a look at it. This one right here. So here's what he says. Seems that a few fans nailed this one. So a detailed breakdown goes. What she says and the color of Arceus' bracelet tell the type of that lady. What she wears tell the appearance of that lady, and her personality tells the impression of that lady. 4 posts for this weekend. Enjoy. And somebody's saying here, Hisuian Jynx fighting grass type. This is definitely possible. I think this actually could not be too bad of an idea. A female Pokemon that in one way or another would change his typing. So what is Jynx normally? Ice, Psychic, I think, something like that. Why not change that around and give it a grass typing? Because of the green bracelet, it would make sense. It is a female Pokemon. It's a lady Pokemon. That's what it's referred to. And the typing wouldn't be too odd. Again, the grass typing wouldn't be too strange to pop in there. But what other typing could be with it? Not just grass typing, it might be something else as well. But he says here the type of the bracelet tells you the type. So grass typing, and then what she wears tells you the appearance of that lady. So I guess, yeah, Jynx does wear kind of like a, you know, a little bit of like a dress, so to say. This one's a very skimpy dress, so who knows? Maybe it's a bit of a skimpy Jynx, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, that's more or less that, and her personality does the impression of that lady. So the personality is kind of like, ooh, look at me, ooh, don't look at me, ooh, I'm embarrassed. I don't know, get something like that. But more or less, it could be him referring to us getting a Jynx form, which wouldn't be too crazy. So move on to the next thing. This one, Wednesday, 1 out of 2. Bro, they're cis or relatives. Please ignore the difference between the chibi character artworks of LGP and that of Diamond and Pearl Platinum. And just more or less trying to say that, oh, you know, like, are these guys related? Well, possibly are. And we have noticed that in Pokemon, there are now, especially with Legends Arceus, there seems to be a connection between characters. Number 2, time on them seems to go backwards and forwards, respectively. You know what I mean? Well, possibly no. And somebody said, Old Man Ingo. I think I understood a bit of what the riddle might be, but I'm not sure if this is correct. But my theory and assumption is that it's either something to do with the time traveling and maybe a connection that BDSP will have with PLA. Is the answer, if the answer is that, we might have a character that shows up in both BDSP and PLA, that this person is actually time traveling back and forth. And that wouldn't be too strange. Somebody like Cyrus could actually show up again, because technically he entered that void time-space loop thingy-majingy, he just entered a portal at the end of the game, right? It wouldn't be too strange to assume that he could do some time travel shenanigans, or even somebody like Giovanni, which we've seen literally travel between dimensions. So that is a possibility, to say the least, okay? Next up is this one right here. Thursday, 1 out of 2. Here's a good place for new coming fans. This, I'm assuming, is like what? Like Amity, around Amity Square, right? What's this gonna do? And he says here, somebody like a legacy guest to transfer from LA to PDP. Yeah, I think we're gonna send Pokemon from Hisuian to Diamond and Pearl. I'm trying to pinpoint where this is. And somebody said, oh, this is not Amity Square, sorry, Pal Park. Why did I say Amity Square? Amity Square is like much further down, right? Nonetheless, and Amity Square is not that big, it's much smaller. Besides, either way, Pal Park. It's the Pal Park, and more or less people are assuming that this could mean that we would go there for some sort of transfer between the games. I don't know if that's the case, but apparently it's good for new coming fans. Not sure what that's supposed to mean, but we'll have to wait and see. And then he says here, I don't enjoy doing this, which I guess is the guys you talk to for the what's, / the little side quests to find all the Diglets, you know, and stuff like that, the Diglett hunt. So maybe he's saying that we'll be getting more of those like side missions to find the same Pokemon all over the place, and just do fetch quests more or less. And somebody says we're going to be getting a task that's like the Diglett hunt in PLA, which I think probably we're going to get a lot of fetch quests, okay? I think PLA is going to be a shit ton of fetch quests, okay? I think more likely than not that's going to be the case, which I hope is not the case, because it would be fun if they had some more unique and interesting twists to it. But honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if that literally is the situation we're looking at here. So we'll just have to wait and see how that turns out. Next up is this right here, which is also from him. It says, how adorable. And it's, you know, it's a Alolan Vulpix, which I don't know what that has to do with anything. Somebody's asking, could there be a Hisuian Vulpix? And it probably means Alolan Vulpix is obtainable in BDSP somehow. Probably trades with NPCs like in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Which, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Alolan forms are actually available in Diamond and Pearl, you know, remakes, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, because they were available in something like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee as well. So would it really be that surprising? No, I don't think so. Maybe there will be trade NPCs specifically, like even though like the same way we saw them in other like, you know, situations that we can talk to trade over Pokemon. Like we give them like you know, a normal, let's say, just a general like Pokemon, like let's say a normal Vulpix, and they'll give us back a Alolan Vulpix, something like that, right? Next up, how lucky, and it's a shiny Ponyta, oddly enough, in this one, which is a bit odd. And somebody says maybe a new shiny hunting method that involves speed or is easier to complete with Pokemon like Ponyta, or it might be a hint for Pokemon Arceus to be compatible to home. Could be, but he says how lucky, which is referring to it being a shiny. And I think that could be implying that we're going to get some sort of new shiny hunting method of some sort. Like something shiny hunting related, right? Which I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case. Because, well, I mean, honestly, to be fair with you, shiny hunting is pretty awesome. And I've seen that there is some sort of new method we might be having in the Underground. The new Underground might have some sort of new shiny hunting method. The next thing is huge hints for rideable Pokemon and noble Pokemon. And Blaze and Sinnoh here put together this little image showing a bunch of Pokemon, showing like a Mantine here. There's a brand new typing with Ice typing. That's for Dive. Then you got like Braviary for Fly. Arceus on the peak. You got, I guess, for Sniffing, you've got Growlithe. For surfing, you've got Basque Legion. For defog, you've got the grass type Jynx. For strength, you've got the new like Ursaring thing or bear thing, whatever it might be. For rock climb, you would have the brand new Sneasel evolution. Then for cut, you would have the Cleavor, you know, the new evolution of Scyther. For ride, you would have, well, what's his name, Verdier. And then, of course, for maybe something like Flash, you could have the brand new boy, which in this case would be Hisuian Zoroark, right? So that's the kind of combination of possibilities here, because he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait, let me see. So that's 4, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 of these. Implying that huge hints for rideable Pokemon and noble Pokemon. So it could be that we have these noble Pokemon, rideable Pokemon, certain ones that are rideable, but other Pokemon that just kind of have things that we might need to do, you know, to use for. And somebody like this guy said something like this, which honestly wouldn't be surprised if it's something along those lines. And a lot of people have been wanting me to check this one out, so I don't really know. But then he also says this status is substituted with a new one in PLA. What would it be? So he says that one of these in here would be changed for something else. Now, I'm thinking, out of all of these, I think flinching might be the one that actually is substituted. This status condition would be substituted because I don't know how they would implement flinching in the game, because I feel like it would be a bit broken if flinching was available. Because if you have a move that is, you know, gonna cause most likely the enemy Pokemon to flinch, and you keep using it because you might have priority, the other Pokemon might never be able to attack. Like, how would even flinching work? It just wouldn't make a lot of sense. If you can attack twice in a row and it flinches, it doesn't really serve a purpose. I have a feeling flinching might actually be removed in one way or another. Like, I feel like it could actually change, but people are saying other things. For example, William here says maybe a minor status for attacks that hit the trainer, like the stumble and tripping animation we keep seeing for the trainers affected by wild alpha noble Pokemon attacks. Fatigued, blindness, or even encumbered. More sure, this is good stuff. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Do you think the status condition situation is going to be like, he's saying this status is substituted with a new one in PLA? What would it be? I don't really know what flinching or any of these, which one of these he's referring to, and what it will be changed into. I have no idea. Next is the PLA version. Pokéride got these 5 successions, though the 4th one is different from Mudsdale's Gallop, which is stamping horizontally on rough surfaces, this time climbing vertically. So he says basically that we have a Pokemon for riding, possibly a Pokemon for searching stuff, you know, a Lapras for, I guess, surfing, Charizard for gliding, which literally we'll do with, you know, Braviary, but then a Gallop would not really be there. It would be substituted with a climbing boy. So more or less just saying that, yeah, you know, like climbing would be the Sneasel more or less in this case. And then, of course, we've already, I think, talked about this one because you already mentioned this. 4 posts this weekend, enjoy. And I don't think we really missed anything here. I think we mostly went through this one, right? Yeah, we talked about this one. So, yeah, then we do also have a leak from Bull Guy Leaks, by the way. Our legitimate, you know, leaker that's been confirmed to be real. But he says, Legend, some Nobles Pokemon for ride, some Nobles Pokemon are for assist. Each one can do something in the game for gameplay. Expect at least 8 Nobles in total more soon. And his text here, I don't know really what that text says, but apparently it looks like, correction, a noble Pokemon or Pokemon like Cleavor that possess either the title of Lord of the area or Lady. Werder, Basque Legion, and Hisuian Braviary are not noble Pokemon, but so-called special Pokemon. Gotta read the website before, man. Oh, I might actually be wrong. Gotta check the website. I don't know, like, what he's, like, referring to here, but nonetheless, he's just trying to say some noble Pokemon are for ride, some nobles Pokemon are for assist. Now, I don't really know what the distinction is between them. They call them special Pokemon, etc. I don't really know, man. But he says there's going to be 8 Nobles in total. What do you guys think about this? Let me know. I don't know if there's maybe a miscommunication part here. I don't really know. I just want to know your guys' thoughts on it, because I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little bit torn about the whole thing. I'll be fair with you. I'm just a bit torn about the whole thing. So just let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, because I don't really know what to say. Next up, though, let's continue on to the next thing. I think, let's see, have we missed anything? I think for the most part, gone through a lot of it. But yeah, there's this also. True or false? Which one do you want to know the most? We'll answer it on the next Monday, which is the 17 Hisuian forms plus 7 new Pokemon, Hisuian baby Pokemon, Ursaring, Evo, and Rideable, DLC in 2022 plus Primal Diamond and Pearl. So, or Dialga Palkia, sorry, not Diamond and Pearl. But yeah, so more or less, also based on all the rumors and leaks we've gotten so far, my guesses are true, false, which is that the first one is true, second false, true, and false. which I think out of all of these, the bottom one, the DLC in 2022, is the most likely false one. The top one is most likely the real one, and the third one is the real one. So yeah, more or less, the first three could be real, with the bottom one being the most likely fake one, which I don't really know. But yeah, he says true or false. So I don't know. I feel like the top one is definitely the real one, though, with 17 Hisuian forms plus 7 new Pokemon. I think that's the most real one, but we'll have to wait and see if that is going to be actually the case, because bloody hell, I don't really know. So that is that. Now we're going to move on to the big thing. If you've been waiting, if you watched this way into the video, this is maybe one of the things you waited for, because I talked about there possibly being a leak. Now, I don't know if this is real or not. It was sent to me. I don't know if I'm even allowed to cover it. I have no idea, but it was on 4chan, so F it. You know, here we go. But this is one of the things that was posted. It's an image of what looks to be a Bergmite, or whatever it's called. Bergmite? Is that what it's called? I don't remember. This is one of those Pokemon. Is it Bergmite? It's Bergmite, right? Yeah, it's Bergmite. Yeah, but sorry, I forget sometimes the names of the Pokemon, because they're those gens that like have those Pokemon that I just forget. I know it's Evolution Avalok, but I forget about the Prevos. Either way, nonetheless, this one says Hisuian form leaks and says trailer editor here, editing for the next trailer, so I have access to the artworks for Hisuian Bergmite, Ice Steel, and Hisuian Voltorb Ghost Grass. Pokédex mentions the raw copper stock in Bergmite has a high toxicity, and that Voltorb hides in trees disguised as an apricorn and plummets down on unsuspecting Pokemon. Trailer soon, not sure exactly when though, probably in a few weeks. Trailer will reveal Hisuian Bergmite as well as Hisuian Voltorb. And it's the first image. I'll be honest, the artwork is actually pretty solid. Like, the shading is the shading I am used to seeing from official work. And just in general, it looks pretty realistic in terms of what it looks like. And the concept behind it and the description actually sounds realistic as well. The other image is this one right here. Here's Voltorb. Its face is drawn on with berry juice, which is really strange. Not sure how this even works, but I will be honest, the artworks are really good, man. The artworks are insanely detailed and good, and actually really fall into that style of Pokemon, you know, like Sugimori art style, you know what I mean? Like, they really mimic that style well, especially the Bergmite. I'll be freaking honest. This one, like, really looks good. But, again, the likeliness of it being real, I'll be honest with you, unlikely. And you know why that is? Because why in the world would you say that you are the trailer editor here, editing for the next trailer, so I have access to the artwork? If you are working at the company that's making the trailer, they can literally just look at this, be like, okay, Steve, we know you are the one editing this. You're like one of 5 people who has access to this. Did you post this? And they can look through your stuff. I mean, as an employer, I think they can look through the, you know, if they have a plausible, like a, you know, a reasonable reason to look through your shit to see if you've like actually leaked confidential stuff that you probably signed an NDA to keep secret. They can look through your shit and, you know, see if this is real or not. And especially with this one, especially because he says who he is. If he just said, hey, I got access to some of the media stuff, blah, 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 and, you know, I got access to some of the pre-release shit, and because of, you know, guidebooks that our local store got access to. If he said something along those lines, right? Something along those lines, I would be like, okay, you know what? That's actually reasonable. That's actually a fair thing, right? Possibly could be that it's real. But saying you're the literal trailer editor, that leads right back to you. You will get in trouble. You could literally get fired for that. But I mean, unless you work for a third-party company where you don't have an NDA in some way or shape, then I don't see the issue. But I'm pretty sure the trailers are made in-house over at Nintendo and stuff, you know? So I don't think it's likely that you would have this access and then put yourself out there and risk your job and everything. For what? For a bit of, you know, online fame? I don't really know. I won't deny, though, the artworks look so on point, man. The artworks actually look really on point. Like, the second one is a bit more iffy, but the Bergmite definitely looks like it is legitimate. I won't deny it. It just looks really freaking real. But, again, I could be really wrong here. I could be really wrong here. It could end up being that it's just total BS. There's, like, always a chance for that, to be frank with you, okay? There's this... not just a little chance, a massive chance that this is all just total bogus, you know? But that I don't really know right now. So, ladies and gents, I want to just know your thoughts and opinions on this, because we've gone through quite a bit of stuff today, okay? This video is already closing up to that 20-minute mark, which means it's longer than most of our other stuff. So, let's just go through everything we've kind of talked about today. First things first, Diamond and Pearl is already showing up in the anime, which, one, implies that we are going to be getting Pokemon, you know, Burnout of Sinnoh quicker than expected for the anime, but also in general, people are going to burn out of Sinnoh by, you know, by early next year, because after playing like Legends Arceus, people will be kind of bored of Sinnoh for a while because they've just played BDSP and then Legends Arceus, and that's it. People are kind of done with it for a while. So they might want to have something new, which means they really do need announcing next year the next game, which I think is going to be Gen 9 announcements. That's what this is telling me right here. And also the fact that Dawn and Cynthia are showing up. I mean, Gen 4 is just getting shoved out there as fast as possible. So that's one of the things. Then, of course, we had the trailer thingy that showed up. Just a mini trailer, just showing off, you know, just tiny amounts of gameplay there. Nothing too crazy. Masuda once again tweeting, which doesn't really perhaps mean much, but it's Masuda, so you never really know. If he's hinting something here, I don't know what that could possibly be. Then we, of course, have these riddles from Nihilego, who more or less is just giving us little tidbits to work with, and I don't know if they're legitimate or not, if he actually knows exactly what these are, but possibly we could be getting a Jynx Evo of some sort or form, something new Jynx related, right, based on this one. This one is him implying that there are reoccurring characters, possibly a time-traveling character, but also characters that are similar to characters we already know about from the past, right, more or less. Then we also have a new place for new coming fans, which is the PAL Park. Now, what in this situation, what could this be all about? I have no idea. What could the PAL Park have to do with any of this? No clue. It is just beyond me. He is also here, though, implying that we will have fetch quests. And if you don't know what a fetch quest is, it's basically you going and fetching something, essentially getting something. So the game is just going to send you out, go get this thing, then come back. Go get this thing, then come back. Go get this thing and come back. I feel like Pokemon Legends Arceus is going to be a lot of that. So if you don't enjoy that sort of stuff, I don't think this might be the game for you. I'll be honest with you guys. I think this game is not going to appeal to a lot of fans because of that reason, which might be a problem for this game. But nonetheless, he also is kind of implying here possibly that BDSP could include something possibly of, you know, tradable Alolan Pokemon, okay, or Alolan forms that could be tradable in that game given to us from specific NPCs. Then we also have the possibility here of there being a new shiny hunting method in BDSP as well, in some way or shape. Now, could he be referring here also to not maybe like BDSP and Legends Arceus for both these points? Possibly, but I'm not really sure. It could be either way, to be fair with you guys. Then we also have this thing, which he's hinting is, I guess that these 5 of these are supposed to be Pokemon that are like the noble Pokemon, and the other are the special Pokemon you might have. So, you know, 5 of these are going to be Pokemon that are nobles. The other 5 are Pokemon that are, you know, just special Pokemon, like, for example, Weirdeer. Actually, no, is Weirdeer an example of that? No. I think a special Pokemon. Wait, is Weirdeer a lord or not? Like one of those noble Pokemon? I cannot remember, but I know Basculegion, I think, is not a noble. Unless I'm crazy. No, Braviary is not a noble. Okay, Braviary is not a noble as an example. So if we take that as an example, it could be one of the blues, while the yellows could be something like, I guess, you know, Cleavor, right? Which is a noble. So what do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, let's get to the next one here. So next thing, of course, what he's talking about here, some sort of news change of a status, or a status being substituted by something else. Could it be the fainted one being substituted, the flinching? Could be anything, right? The next thing is, of course, this as well, implying that, well, we're going to be receiving back all these kind of like different things, right? The you know, the search, the, you know, galloping, right? The glide, the paddle, slash surfing, but that the one for Mudsdale could be replaced with something different, which is climbing in this case, which we've already seen. Then, of course, we have Ball Guy saying that we're going to have essentially 5 nobles in total, and some of the Pokeball are for riding and some are for assisting, which is fair enough. And then we go on, which is a true or false. Which one do you want to know most? And he'll answer us on Monday about that. Then, of course, we had the Bergmite and the Voltorb, which I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not sure about these two anymore. What do you guys think about them? Just let me know in the comment section down below. And I think for the most part, we've gone through that. Also, by the way, just a heads up, guys, if you want to check it out, Eclipse posted his whole podcast, which he did, answering a bunch of questions on YouTube. I will link this down below in the description if you guys want to go check that out. But yeah, it's just him doing a podcast, answering a few questions that people might have about different things, you know, like just a lot of different subjects. So if you want to see that, I would highly recommend to go check that out. Just, you know, link in the description down below. But ladies and gents, I think that more or less should conclude today's kind of video. I don't really think there's much else that I can tell you guys. I don't think I've missed anything. I wanted to make sure to cover everything in this one video and just get it all out there for you guys, because I don't want to go on to, you know, don't want to like be putting together like 5 different videos for this and posting when there's just nothing to cover. Because I was going to make a video earlier today, you know, just covering some of the stuff that had been posted at the time, like the little trailer and stuff from the Italian website. But I realized that it just wasn't worth it, because there just wasn't enough stuff there, okay? It just wasn't worthwhile to go through just such a small, tiny piece of amount of information, right? So I thought it'd be better just to wait and, you know, post this video for you guys once I had more info to cover. So that's more or less it, ladies and gents. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Ruffle Rowlett. If you guys did enjoy, drop a like down below, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out. Bye-bye.